spoke about. That's Macquarie with their view. But let's talk to some corporates now. Sula Vineyards is the first corporate on our radar. A couple of days ago, the company's CFO, Bittu Varghese, resigned from his post, and post that, the stock was under a bit of pressure. Of course, the going has been very good, given that the whole hospitality industry has picked up in a big way. So let's find out more on what's happening with the business and how this resignation could impact operations. We have Rajeev Samant, the MD and CEO at Sula Vineyards, who joins us now. Rajeev, this is a minor deterrent, I'm sure, the resignation of the CFO. But tell us a little bit about A, why it happened, B, what is the next step? Have you found a CFO already? How long will the process take? And in the interim, will you be taking on the mantle?
So as you say, minor deterrent, those are your words. Of course, it does happen that people come and go. I think the important thing to ask is it a very sudden departure, or is it, going to be in a phased and planned manner? And the answer to that is that Bittu is very much going to be on board Sula for the next 3 months. So, that's about as good as it gets. He's going to take care of the FY23 financial accounts closing. And hopefully, we will have a new CFO, his successor, on board before he leaves. So there will also be a smooth handover. Today, Sula is a well-run company, firing on all fronts. And so I don't see this as a big blip for us. However, having said that, of course, we'll miss him. He's been a great part of the team for the last 4 years. He was an important part of the team that took us to IPO. But we wish him all the best with his future prospects.
Rajeev, hi. Good morning. Got that. Now, let's move on to the other issue, which is the unseasonal rains. We've been reporting, our team has been in Nashik and around some of these areas which have seen these unseasonal rains. You told us last time we were on that the harvest is going on very good, it's looking solid. Jan to March is the harvest period. Can you tell us, can you give us an update? Has anything been affected?
So I'm very pleased to say that wine grapes have not been impacted at all by these unseasonal rains. Over the last couple of decades, we've really learned a lot about mitigating climate change. So unseasonal rains actually is nothing new for us. Though in the season, it's unseasonal. When you start looking at it on a long-term basis, it's very much something that we need to expect and we need to prepare for. And I'm happy to say that it looks like this year, so there's a couple of weeks left to go before the wine harvest ends. Generally, it's around the last week of March or first week of April that the harvest ends. Looks like the third harvest in a row of great quality and great quantity, putting Sula in a great position for the next 18 months. Lots of really good quality wine in the tanks. And so it's actually some good news that I have to talk about today.
Oh, gosh, Rajeev, you're almost prompting us. I almost feel like making a trip to Nashik. But anyway, that's on a lighter note. Tell us about the business.
Trip, probably too early in the morning for our tasting room.
Sounds good right after markets close. But OK, let's get back to business. Tell us a little more about how the fourth quarter has been and demand trends. I mean, up until the third quarter, business was very good. Your margins have been really booming. Fourth quarter onwards, after the festive cheer has worn off, and there's a lot of more somber talk around, just in terms of sentiment, business sentiment, global sentiment. Has that started impacting the premium end of your segment or even the mid-segment at all?
I'm pleased to say that we are not seeing a significant impact, negative impact. The wine story remains a very strong one. We have to remember that, the wine story starts from a very small base. And so, the growth, it's usually a couple percentage points here or there, but solid growth continues. And this is what we see for the next few years ahead. So no negative surprises in Q4.
Okay, glad to hear that. And every time you come on CNBC-TV18, you so graciously invite us to your vineyards. Thank you so much. Last time you said that we should plan a corporate offsite over there. I'll not forget that. I'll take it up.
So I'm going to repeat it. We look forward to welcoming you and everyone. You know that Sula is the most visited vineyard in the world.
Oh, is it? That's great. That's great to hear.
It's so crowded at times. I've had to go back because on the weekends, they draw in such huge crowds. But obviously, some amazing wines and a great place as well.
Okay, so we know where to go next.
I'm glad to hear that I'm talking to wine drinkers on this show.
Well, thanks a lot. And I can't wish you a great weekend. I mean, it's midweek, so... but have a good one, Rajeev. Thanks a lot for joining in. And thanks for all those clarifications as well. Okay, let's take a quick break on that note. On the other side, Mitesh Thakkar, Sudarshan Sukhani will be joining in for some technical trades. Stay tuned.